BBNaija season 10 is heating up in week 8 as the drama has taken a shocking new turn. Faith, once painted as the villain, is now fighting to clear his name. From Joana boldly defending him to accusations of Imisi making unwanted advances to clashes between him, Rooboy, Thelma and Kuture, this week proved that in Big Brother's house, no one is safe from fire. So let's get into the full gist. Faith, as we all know, has been under fire for weeks, especially with this long-running clash between him and Imisi. They practically cannot stand each other. But now, things are shifting and housemates are beginning to realize many of the accusations against him were actually wrong. Now, Joana came out swinging. It's looking like since she came out of that fake eviction thing when she and Dede were in that secret room, it's like an entirely different Joana stepped out of that room. In this case, she was not even holding back at all as she defended Faith in front of everyone. This wasn't the case before, but this time around, she decided to come out without being scared of anybody's comments. And she told the housemates off, held them off to allow Faith to express himself fully. Right? And of course, this shows that ganging up against anyone, anywhere, and not just BBNaija is a very toxic behavior. And for once, Faith had an ally speaking loudly on his behalf. It's obvious now that the tide is turning, but in BBNaija, vindication always comes with a price. Faith also found himself into an exchange of words between himself, Kuture, and Mensa, which of course at some point was almost escalating into sharp words, showing how fragile alliances are in the house. But that's not the focus of today's video. Now, Faith was asked a question, playfully, albeit serious. If Big Brother gives you 150 million naira to lie in the same bed with Imisi, would you do it? And Faith didn't flinch. He just said an outright no, because there's no mutual liking between himself and Imisi. Of course, that also brought in a floodgate of other questions, like even for 80 million, are you saying you won't even accept? And Faith revealed that Imisi had been making propositions toward him, asking for a kiss, which I found very surprising, rubbing herself all over him, and even threatening him when he turned her down, saying she would make his life miserable in the house. Shocking, right? But here's the twist. Rooboy and Mensa were trying to silence him and urging him not to say too much. And that's when Joana now struck again, clapping back and on them, trying to shush Faith. And she made it clear that truth deserves a voice, even if it is uncomfortable. And Faith quickly took the opportunity. He went deeper, calling out people who were enabling Imisi, and he said anyone who calls themselves her friend while watching her behaving badly should check themselves. Like, that kind of behavior tells a lot about the kind of people that they are. Of course, we all know that Kola is like the tightest person with Imisi in the house, and Faith also directed that statement at Kola, who has stood beside Imisi through thick and thin. To Faith, Kola's loyalty is not love, it's just convenience. And he told him outright, you're friends with Imisi because she cooks for you, cares for you, and of course she's part of your whole master game plan. It was raw, it was direct, and it stung. Even I felt it too from where I was. And like clockwork, Kola did what he always does. We know Kola is fond of always going to report issues to anybody and everybody that is willing to listen to him. And he promptly ran to Dede to report the whole situation. So Kola expecting Dede to sympathize with him. Instead, she blasted him back. So are you using her? She asked. And that question left Kola exposed.
Your relationship with Imisi tells me a lot about you. And you can tell me somebody is your sister and say it again. Which your sister you're making? You see my other sister. All that good at there are more than one fight that is instigated in this house. Everybody can agree. I never that's that is a lie. I have never experienced my house.
You see, in BBNaija house, perception is everything. If fans and housemates alike begin to think he's exploiting Imisi, which I personally think that is what he's doing, it could also cost him dearly. It's obvious that Kola has a game plan. Remember the last video I did? After the eviction, he quickly ran to Zita. He was already trying to form alliances. Then there's another video I did where I categorically stated that he was talking about endorsement deals with Dede after leaving the house. So there obviously is a game plan. And Faith, you know, of course, realizing the gravity of his words, was trying to make up with other people. But I mean, it's just as well make up with Kola, because there was a statement he made to Kola that for you to kiss Isabella, it says a lot about your character. But already the cracks were already showing, and tension between Faith and Imisi, the reason behind those tension is already obviously, you know, out there now in the open to everyone. And it just puts Imisi in a very bad light, because obviously what this translates to is that Imisi doesn't like being rejected or told no, and she's also bad at handling rejection. But as if things weren't even messy enough, Faith brought up another incident, the Kerosene Saga. You remember that one? I did a video about that, and it was a whole lot of drama and shouting and screaming and dragging of kerosene gallon. It was just out there. And explained that he was simply pouring kerosene or trying to pour kerosene into the stove. But Mide, this is surprising, because I don't see her as an instigator in a way. But then, you know, Mide has also realized that Imisi also is using her. In this case, Mide called Imisi to spin the story that Faith was trying to pour her food away or pour kerosene into her food. Now, Faith saw this as proof that many in the house don't like him and are quick to gang up against him. So it wasn't even just about kerosene, it was about a certain narrative. And in Big Brother, perception shapes reality. So what is the brand lesson here? In life and in business, reputation is everything. One wrong narrative, if left unchallenged, can destroy your credibility. But sometimes standing firm, defending yourself with facts, and having one strong ally can turn the tide. Faith fight shows us that people may gang up, but truth always finds its way out. And Kola's situation, it's a reminder that loyalty built on convenience will always be questioned. Real relationships, whether personal or professional, must go beyond transactions. So obviously, week 8 continues to deliver bombshells after bombshell after bombshell. From Faith clearing his name, to Joana fighting his battles, to Kola caught between loyalty and exploitation, the house is on fire. So what do you think about all this? I'd love to hear your comments. Is Faith truly vindicated, or is this just another storyline twist? Was Kola wrong to lean so heavily on Imisi, or is Faith being too harsh? I want you to drop your thoughts and your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more BBNaija Season 10 breakdowns. The game is hot and we've got every gist covered. See you in the next video.